tensioner has to go in first before you can put your power steering pump on. Yeah, a few points out of this job, you know, some of this stuff wasn't too bad, but this tensioner was still probably one of the most interesting ones to do. Not bad now, just drop your engine down, but still, that's, you know, having to undo 2 mounts just to get enough clearance to pull that's kind of ridiculous, because what if you're just doing this as a change every 130,000, doesn't need the service. It's a lot of work.
There's a lot of bracketry here, so this is going to be the interesting part of this one.
I think we might actually have to raise the motor up for this one.
Yep. Okay, motor going up. Pull in.
Alright, probably stop there.
As you can see, we got the air conditioning back in. It was kind of a fuss. I would definitely recommend, if you're going to tear one of these down, to identify your bolts. Now, I've done this enough so where, you know, you can pretty much tell when it's small and it's short, but some of these can be interesting if you don't size your bolts correctly. But anyway, I'll pull up the torque spec now for the air conditioning bolts. I don't have access to it right now because my book is kind of ambiguous, unfortunately. So, alright, moving on. Exhaust going up next. This thing is coming together nicely. One of the last things to go in on the assembly for the belt, which would be the power steering here, is this bracket. Now, before you do this, you're probably going to look at it and go, okay, I got that mount in, but why do I have that gap? Well, gap there for a reason. And you'll see here at the bottom of this bracket, it slides in, slides behind. And there it is, just drops right in. And then you got the bolt right here. Just put your through bolt through. Now, doing this one-handed, so I will have to put the camera down and I'll show you what it looks like after we're done. Okay, well, kind of give you a little status update. We're going through the reassembly pretty fast because we've had this car for some time. The owner wants it back, and I don't blame him. You know, we're kind of doing this on a pro bono deal, so it's kind of at our leisure. Alright, so some things we did. I went and tightened the exhaust manifold. Up by cylinder 4 seems to be the hot spot in this motor. It's usually never up by the water pump. I got the exhaust put back together. Next thing we're going to do...
Oh, I see.
Cool. Told you to make it easy. Well, the good news is we have no leftover fasteners now. Leave them loose, you still got your block bolts. Young men always in a hurry to use their gun. So we took it out as a complete assembly, and here's why, because it makes reassembly so much easier. He's only got the 3 bolts to put in on the block side. You know, it just saves time during reassembly to pull it as an assembly. Just a little wiggle there, and away you go.
That was good.
I think you enjoy that tool just a wee bit too much. You know, they look expensive, and I thought those tools were expensive. I really did, and you know, to find one at a pawn shop for $90 is like unheard of. Just makes stuff so much easier to put back together. Wish we would have had that during teardown. Speed assembly. Must have for every do-it-yourselfer is an impact. $100, man. That's a cheap. That should route, yeah, behind the alternator. And then once we get the valve cover back on, I think there's an attachment point. Come on, dude. Only got 1 bolt left. I hate when there's bolts left out. In that damn Camaro, I didn't leave 1 bolt out. Damn Blazer, I didn't leave 1 bolt out either.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to put on the bottom crank pulley. You got to make sure you align your marks here. It should go on to a point, and then you kind of have to smack it on
I use the impact driver. Because I'm gonna have to put double stack in there then.
Is it on the way?
No, it'll bottom out once it's done.
It's actually spinning the crank.
What?
It's spinning. It's spinning this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Should I keep going?
Let's see it. Okay, go ahead and pull the bolt out just to make sure of that. Oh yeah, it's bottomed out.
I can't believe it. It's spinning. Wait, that means it's off time now.
No, it has nothing to do with time. That's just your bottom crank pulley. I want to do a compression test. We got to pull the fuel deal here.
Or just undo this.
No, you don't want it squirting fuel down because that will change ours. You want those unplugged in. We are.
Alright, we're going.
We got compression, buddy. Look at that. He's got almost 170 pounds.
Holy shit. Let's get this up.
Yeah, dude, it pumped right up. And right now, we're actually doing a leak down test that'll prove his cylinder head's good. You see how even it was too? It wasn't like do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You know, you got to listen to how it sounds. That is a good sign that at least cylinder-wise, piston-wise, ring-wise, and valve sealing-wise, they're holding. If you were off time, you wouldn't have compression. Good job. As long as there wasn't anything else wrong with this car, it should run. But that tells me right there, that's the worst cylinder. It's usually the one up front. So the rest of them are probably about 190. Shit, nothing wrong. I mean, compression-wise, this motor's tacked, so. Well, we did a compression test. We have good compression. That's, you know, that's key. But this is the first fire. We haven't actually started it yet, so.
Alright, well, are you ready?
Alright, folks, this is no, we're not going to edit this. It's going to start or run, or it's going to blow and die. Let's go.
Yes.
Oil pressure. No oil in there yet. You're going to have to start running Lucas oil in there. Let it run. You ever sounded this good? Now the noise your mom was saying, I didn't get to hear it. So do you remember that noise? That kind of clanking?
The idle's a little high though.
Well, we started it.
When I was driving it right before it died, all I heard was a grinding noise, which I'm guessing was the sound it came from the color.
Which it was.
Yeah.
I was saying before that, you said on there, I got a piece of paper that said there was a noise and it said possible timing thing. But I'll tell you what, you know, we put our best effort into this car, so if it has any chance of life, this is the time. So.
Is the smoke just all the chemicals burning off that
Oh,
we're
yeah.
leaking everywhere? Yeah.
I'm a messy person sometimes.
You. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was down there trying to get the hose undone, and I got all this water dripping on me. He's up top, and I'm like, "Where's this water coming from?" I don't know. Fucking dripping. You're like, "I got everything." I said, "Yeah, it's still dripping." Yeah, I got air bubble. All right, folks. We hope you enjoyed the series with the 2.2 liter. As you can see, we got it running. Timing chain broke. We did tell the owner the radiator is a little plugged, and run your heater and replace your radiator. He's going away for some time. He's got some school to do, so when he gets back, you know, we'll probably see this thing again. Maybe we'll, maybe won't. I'm telling him to get another car. These things are still problematic, no matter how much love and work you put into it. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed the series. If you got comments, we'd love to hear them. If you got questions, we'd love to answer them. We'd like it if you like the series. Click like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.